Fire Escape Engineers Inspector Summary video. Here we are in Somerville. We have a fire escape here. We are performing under Mass Building Code 1001.3. Examination, test, and or certify this fire escape system. This fire escape system is made up of two parts. We have a wood structure here, brand new, probably built a year or so ago, and looks like it's built to industry standard, done with a permit, and does meet the code, and looks like has no problem us issuing a certification on this because it's fairly brand new construction and it's certifiable. No load test needed on this structure that's less than a year old, plus minus. The pre-existing structure that's back here, we have all welded construction rails, all welded construction brackets, all welded construction platform supports and structures all the way down to the end. The grading is manufactured grading, typical of McNichols, so there's no spacers, there's no issue. Our only concern, and it has been kept painted, it does have a lot of debris. All this debris needs to be removed. You can't have any kind of blocking of any kind of this if that's an egress window. But it looks like this is a hall door, so this is probably one of the issues, but you're not supposed to have any debris on the fire escape that would cause an obstruction. But it looks like this might be the only part here, but again, the city official will determine whether or not they can use this to store, you know, bassinets, cigarettes, and things on here. You're not supposed to have any of this. The only concern that I have is, again, we have welded connections that need to be X-rated or load tested, or we can provide an opinion affidavit on this if we are allowed to attach our disclaimer of liability associated with the welds that are not either X-rated or load tested. And the only other concern I have is on the brackets. They're welded, so we need to pop a bolt to eliminate any concern about the X-ray or the load test on the bottom, the top, and on the back. That will eliminate. So that needs to be bolted. Otherwise, if they'll accept an opinion with a disclaimer, we can certify as is. The only issue I'm having right now is that all the brackets, instead of having the through bolt at the very top, within the top third or top quarter of the bracket, it's down at the bottom half or bottom third, and that is not industry standard, you know, because the bracket, as you can see, all the through bolt is down by the bottom third, as opposed to being on the upper third. It's at the bottom third for whatever reason. Now that's easily rectified by getting and again, this one, all of them show that the bracket for some reason was improperly installed, not to industry standard and also not to code at the very bottom. But you can easily put a clip at the very top with an epoxy bolt. This is like a, you know, cement structure. So I would get a Hilti up at the top quarter or top third and basically leave the original where it is and just put an epoxy clip at the top, and that will satisfy that condition. We'll discuss that with the city official, but pretty much the entire structure can be, an opinion affidavit can be issued, and once that matter is resolved regarding the through bolt, everything else is an opinion affidavit with the disclaimer can be sent, or they can choose to be load tested at this time, or they can choose to take all the welded connections, bolt them, and at this time issue a certification in lieu of a load test. So we'll discuss that with the city official, but otherwise an opinion certificate can be issued on this one and on this one with as soon as they've resolved the issue of the through bolt. We'll discuss that with the city official, but the through bolt should be at the top third, not at the bottom third of all brackets for proper installation. Any questions, Fire Escape Engineers? 866-649-0333.